Hi, I'm Yannis Roussos, the product manager of the memory group, and I'd like to take you through what we are planning to achieve in GitLab 15.0, which is scheduled to be released on May 22nd of 2022. I'm also joined today by my colleague Sampath, the product manager of the Geo group. Hey, Sampath.
Hi, Yannis. Thanks for letting me join.
So GitLab 15.0, a new major release. Before talking about discussing our top priorities, let me discuss a few deprecations and breaking changes in 15.0. So first of all, in 14.8, we split the way we export Sidekick metrics into a separate process. That means that we now have two different endpoints for the health checks for Sidekick and for the metrics. From 14.8 to 14.10, we allowed for all configurations to be active. We kept supporting them, but starting on 15.0, all instances have to change their configuration and support different ports for those two different endpoints, and also change their setup to use the two different ports. Our second deprecation, we have also deprecated the request profiling feature. So be warned, starting on 15.0, it will not be available. We are moving any missing functionality to the performance bar, and we are planning to make it available on self-managed instances for production environment in early minor versions of GitLab 15. So now to our top priorities. Our first top priority is revamping our application metrics exporters. So Sampath in GitLab, in general, we use Prometheus to store our metrics. So at the moment, we have two competing approaches to serve those application metrics to Prometheus. So we have various in-app exporters that are part of the Rails code base. And we also have the GitLab Exporter, a separate project and independently deployed collector and server that is used in some cases. So this approach has two major issues. There are two separate code bases to maintain, but more importantly, the current exporters face numerous efficiency challenges. And what we're working towards at the moment, this is a long-term effort. We try to replace those exporters and consolidate them and create a new exporter that will be a single exporter system, will run outside of the Rails monolith, and will perform efficiently in the face of large data volumes. And I'm talking about tens or hundreds of thousands of samples per scrape. So in 40.10, we completed our effort of moving the metric server out of the Puma primary. Puma is our web server. And we have deployed it to GitLab.com, and we are very satisfied with the results that we are seeing. So this is completed, and with that completed, and with the previous effort on also moving the metrics exporter outside of Sidekick, we now have all our exporters as separate servers, running as separate servers. So now we're working towards this new exporter. It will be a separate new project. We will call it GitLab Metrics Exporter. It is written in Go. During our proof of concepts and our tests, we have seen it to be up to 8 times faster than what we currently have, while using more or less the same memory. So in 15.0 and going forward, we're going to keep on working on making this exporter production ready so that we can use it in GitLab.com and all our instances. And our final top priority for 15.0 is updating the supported Ruby version to 3.0. So at the moment, GitLab uses Ruby 2.7, but we expect the end of life of Ruby to 2.7 to be March of 2023. Now it's 2022. So we want to be preemptive and preemptively update our support and to Ruby 3.0. This will also be beneficial when we want to upgrade to Rails 7. So there are a lot of moving parts here. We are affecting, and we have to update. We're affecting the whole GitLab code base. We have done a lot of work already. Our main task for 15.0 is to have a green build That means that nothing breaks in my GitLab when using Ruby 3, and including our QA tests, and then move to start supporting builds that use Ruby 3 for all our ways of deploying GitLab, and also support for Ruby 3 for all our the libraries that we use inside GitLab, and there are a lot of libraries. That's it. Thank you for watching, and talk to you next month.